Hey, Van. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're very early. You're very, very early. We just arrived. Oh, Ven, actually, just one person I want to speak to. I've had an idea, right? So I didn't get to spray. I was going to mask this off and spray it and all, and I don't like the Ven on the front because I don't think it's prominent enough. But then I found this, and we have look. We got V's, we got E's, we got N's. So we can do a Ven stamp. That's what I was thinking. That's on the list of things to do. Whether or not I use the stamping plates today, I don't know. I do know I need to get some paint on. Oh, I need a piece of paper as well. So tell me, Ven, how you doing, bud? How are you doing today? Ooh, I hadn't considered doing just a V. I hadn't considered that actually. The V's are bigger. The V's are larger. It's true. So, because you've got the numerals, so you've got much larger V's. We could do a V. Yeah. The only thing is I can't do green. I don't have green on the stampies. But we're not working on that just a second. I just need to get some paint on anything, actually, at this point, frankly. I just want to get some paint on. I've been kind of shying away from edge highlighting for some reason. I think it's just because I'm rusty, or I perceive myself to be rusty. Yellow? All right, then. Done deal. Yellow's that. I can do yellow. I can do that. But first things first, I just want to mix up any old colour and get some paint on a model. I just want to paint anything, so I'm just reaching for the first colour I saw, which I found was green. I'll take a little Corax to blend up to. Yeah, you know, it ebbs and flows. I don't know if it's a perishable skill, is my favourite phrase. I don't know if you've seen that film Jack Reacher. I quite like that film. And they talk about shooting as a perishable skill, and I like to use that, trot that out whenever I can. Oh, I left my yellow opened. I hope that's not ruined it. No, it's good. That could have been awkward. Eep. Oh, I love the smell of stamping. Well, it's nail polish, isn't it? I love that smell. I shouldn't like it, but for some reason I do. I couldn't tell you why. I tried, then, totally unrelated, but well, it's painting related. There's a second-hand Angron that I tried to get my hands on, right? It's been discounted to 80, and it's like assembled, base coated in black, which is not so good, and a bit of the wings and the face are painted in red a little bit, but the coat's quite thin. But I put in a bid of 50, and they said, no, it's too low. But I was going to get it and then just have it sitting here and be like, oh, yeah, Warden, what's that old thing? Oh, yeah, just got that done. Just finish that before you know, what of it? La-di-da, you know, all that jazz. But it didn't pan out. They should have sold it for 50, though. They should have sold it for 50. They should have just sold it. That's what they should have done. Those cheeky buggers. Right, let's just sit, relax, and paint. Oh, that's quite a mould line there. Do I have my non-cut-my-ass-up knife? No, I don't. It's not around. Oh, let's just use the cut myself knife. It's hard to even find the mould line with the curved blade as well. Oh well. Yeah, I'm hoping it burns away on them. Like it's not that they've that's very green. Oh well, you know what? It can be very green. It's not like they've that's not a military green at all, is it? You know what? I don't mind. I'll muck it up with a bit of ink and it will look delicious. It's not even got a lot of coverage on it. Well, in a week or so, I won't have 50. So, but it was a nice try. There's also a Gaz base coated and assembled in white, and that biker as well. But they're both for 50, and I'm not. I'd pay 30 for those, but I'm not paying. I'm not paying big prices. But I was snooping. I was snooping for some Boygans. Yeah, I am keeping my eye on it, very much so. Because it was like 120, then it went down to 100, and then it went down to 80. So maybe. Because I personally think assembled models are potentially more valuable than the outright kits because somebody else has already taken the time to glue them together. And if they've done it right, then there's a potential bargain of saving some time to be had, you know? So, what's not to like about that, frankly? Maybe I could do different greens. Maybe I could stagger this. Ooh, wow. You've not mentioned this before. You kept this one rather secret. Where have you moved to? Secondhand furniture is another bargain as well. You can get some real gems, some real sturdy things. Yeah, secondhand furniture is pretty useful. You know what? I'm gonna do this patchy. It doesn't have to be the same as any of the other guys. It's more just fun that it's getting painted. I've been doing stuff for over a year now, and it's just around the corner from where I was. So, question is, I don't understand why move so close to where you already are. Is it just a bigger place? You've bought it outright. You're renting it. Why move such a small distance? What's the appeal? Why move just around the corner? Well, yeah, I need to open up Insta again. Yes, it's true, but I've had to streamline. I need to streamline my avenues of communication. It was just too much checking of my phone, too much seeing, too much getting messages from different bits and bobs. It was too much. So, um, congratulations, buddy. Congratulations from rented to owned. That must feel magnificent. I hope one day I get to experience that. Congratulations, buddy. That's fantastic news. Good on you. Good for you, bud. That is delicious. That's a nice bit of good news today. I like that a lot. That's really nice. Aw. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for telling me about that. That's perked me up no end. Is that your way of saying that you've started a mortgage? Ah, okay. Well, it's still fantastic. I'm still rather impressed. Oh, Ven, as it's me and you in here, I need your help with something, right? Uh, Are you able tomorrow? So hang on. Am I 3 hours ahead of you or 2 hours ahead of you currently? I forget. What time is it with you now? What time do you make it right this moment? What time is it for you? Okay. All right. You're convincing me, then. You're convincing me. So that arm's green. 7 p.m. So you're 2 hours ahead of me, right? So, um, 8 a. Are you normally up 8 a.m. on a Sunday? Are you normally awake? I'm not asking anything other than opening a browser, but I'm curious. Do the kids get you up? Do your kids get you up early on a Sunday? Kid or kids? I forget. But are you up, or do you lie in? Just out of interest. I just, I've put myself in a bit of a pickle, right? I went to a couple. I don't know if you know, but a couple of days ago, I've been visiting this model shop slash game center place. It's like 700 square meters plus of lovely nerd stuff, right? And I live streamed there, but I booked it for tomorrow, my time, 10 till 12, right? So when it opens till 12, but I haven't shown them the channel yet, and I'm terrified of nichelessness. But I just need, if you're willing, to just open up a browser and put it on, just so you're in there. The stream might be monetized, so I'm not like jipping any like terms of service or anything. But I just like there to not be zero. You know what I mean? Because it's like I'm in a public place. And if you do that for me, I tell you what, if you're able to come in and put a browser on for me, if you're willing to do that tomorrow morning, once I finish the stream, I'll get my ass back on Instagram. Yeah, on YouTube then. It will be a mobile stream, but I'll just be coming from a location that I've booked. I spent like $15 on renting it. It costs money on weekends, and I was just like, because there's a painting event straight after, and I thought, well, I should probably stream. I think that would be nice. So I'm putting myself out there. The trouble is, streaming in this place, the stakes are raised, so I don't want to just be on my own. I don't mind if it's just a number one rather than a zero, but if you'd be willing to help me out, it would be because I feel really uncomfortable. As soon as I signed up for it, I was like, table, you've messed up there. So yeah, so I'm just going to ask everyone who comes on today if they're willing to do that. If you do that, I'll get my fat ass back on Instagram tomorrow as well for you. All right, and then we can talk painting station. I'll do that. What does that mean? No worries. And I've been wanting the model to your tight for ages. Derpits, 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 Derpits. The tall boy bombs. I feel like me and you don't need to be enemies. I wouldn't say friends exactly. You know, I hardly know you, Derpits. You know, you'll need more than a catchy name to build up some lore around here, but it sure helps. It's 10 a.m. 10 a.m. GMT +2 Finland time. Derpits, if you're willing, I don't know if you heard what I said to Ven. It would just be a case of logging in and just, I don't know, saying, I don't know, just typing like, I'm here. I don't know, good job for putting yourself out there, table. We hate you. something along those lines. All right, so then you sound like a yes, right? So I'm going to make a list, just so that if you don't follow through, I know that I have to destroy you. Okay, so I'll just write Ven. This will be my. There we go. I'll write Ven. Derpits, I haven't had a yes or no yet, so I won't add you to the list. But if you think you'd be willing to do me a solid there, then I will add you to the list. Old derpies. It's just a browser. It's not, you don't have to be in there or active or anything. But if you could just be in there, so I know that I'm not just, you know, because it's the Squidmar thing. I don't want to be just nicheless in there, you know. My niche could be that people just log in and don't watch. Are you sure this is the place you want to rob? Okay, so, right. So, I was speaking to them again, right? And they do seem interested in doing collaborations, right? They do seem interested. Now, there might be some, like, signage saying about the shop's name during the stream. And they said it's okay for me to grab, like, a couple of boxes off the shelf of something to have in the background. So I was thinking, do you know what? I'll just grab something to try, like, just to motivate me to be super extra cool in the stream. So, hello, Burger. So yeah, so I'm going to put some boxes in the background. I'm just going to grab a couple of things off their shelves, and just put them in the background, so it's not just Jeff the Dragon. But yeah, I'd love to rob the place. They said I can also take some photos as well. So I'll take some photos of the place and I'll put that on Instagram, and then you guys can tell me what I should rob. already try to rob his sponsors. But yeah, so that's something. But no, my point is, right, so they talk about, like, friggin' collaboration, right? But as it stands at the moment, they've not done anything outside of providing a service which is available for any customer. Oh, Ven, that's a really good one. Yeah, Ven, I love it. I love it. Because no one will get it. I'm not going to drink that stuff, though, but yeah, it's such a good idea. Because it's so horrible. I'll just be looking at it like, We'll find it funny. We know why. Get a can of Monster. That's such a good idea. That's such a good idea. They actually sell Monster there as well, so I'll get a can of Monster. That's a lovely idea. Okay, Derpits. I'm going to put you on, Derpits. You sound like you're a yes. Unless you say no, I'm going to put you on. Derpits. You're on there. Okay, good. I'm hoping I can find an old Baneblade and put it on the shelf. This is automated infantry from Conflict 47. The stamp one, the only reason I haven't continued this one is because I need to assemble the driver, the spotter, and the gun turret and the guy. But also I needed to mask all this and then Leadbelcher spray all of this bottom bit. But just with the kids today, I was solo with the kids for half the day, so I just haven't had the time to spray. So I just wanted to paint, so I just picked up any old model just to start. So I think that's enough green. Let's do the other footplate and then change the green. What I'll do is I will siphon off a little bit of the green from the palette and darken it. Okay, then, you don't have to get up early just for me, right? You don't have to do that. But I've already paid 15 euros for the slot, right? I've already bought it. So it would have to be pretty catastrophic for me to just be like, nah, mate, I'm not doing that. What? Do you know what? I'll just make you the promise right now. Table Horatio Tableton III, Table Esquire Junior, hereby declare that I will definitely be there 10 a.m. And you can just go back to bed. You can just turn it on and go back to bed. That's fine. But I won't bottle it, buddy. I won't bottle it. And then by the end of the day, we'll be chatting away on Instagram. All right, bud? I can do that. It's the least I can do. But at the same time, then, are you sure you want to get up early on your Sunday just for my ass, you know? Just whack it on and be like, table, I'm here, you shit. Uh, Good night. Just, that's all I need to know. And then I can just, then I can continue the stream on, just imagining what it's like for you to be asleep next to me, just you snuggled up in your duvet. I'll just be like, I'll just be thinking about that. Just the whole stream, just you in your silk sheets. Where are we going with this? It's going somewhere bad, isn't it? It's going somewhere bad. I'm going to add some Abaddon Black to some of this green. And then hopefully that will give us a nice dark green for contrast. That's very dark green. That's exactly what I want. There we go, bingo. That worked out perfectly. The trouble is, I've got to use up I've got to paint this green on and not let it run out. What I mean is, like, before it dries on the wet palette. Yeah, like, here's the thing about pajamas, right? About gym jams, is if you always wear gym jams, you're never. When are you nud? When do you ever get to, like, feel the breeze? When you're changing to go to a swimming pool? Like, how's that? Yeah, how's that? That's not normal. Although I do sleep in boxers now. I used to be kind of like a free agent, but now with the kiddies, I don't want them to walk in on me and find me sleeping my bumhole out. You don't want kids to see that. So I cover up now, which I think is very considerate. You don't want to see your dad's bacon. You don't need to see all that, all the gristle and whatnot, all the gubbins. Which I think is very considerate of me, because I find sleeping in boxers very uncomfortable. So I like to think I'm quite the considerate soul. Dear Lord, don't let that be the highlight. No, that's not a core child. No, that's not the core childhood memory you want to give them. No, you do not want to give them that. That is true. Hey, Berger, you still with us, buddy? I need to ask after your time zones and locations and whatnot. Hey, Sanchez, you finally found it. How have I made it so difficult? Have you been here before and then you found it, or you lost me? I mean, I'm very easy to lose in the old algorithm YouTubey world. It's very easy for me to disappear. But I'm really enjoying myself of late, actually, frankly. It's been nice. Do you know what's been really nice? I've been back this week. You know what? I'm confident I'm going to finish 2 hours today. I'm going to put this back on to 4:14. There we go. And then we get 4:16, and that means we streamed every day this week. In fact, one day we did twice, didn't we? Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Ven. Yeah, me and you. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, sorry. Especially as you're invited to TableCon 1. And TableCon 2 is confirmed. TableCon 2 will be in Helsinki. TableCon 1 is the Canaries, but TableCon 2 will be Helsinki, home turf. And I'll take you to this nerd shop. That's what I'll do. And we'll all sit around the big table and just generally have a friggin' fantastic time. Obviously, with the table cons, like it's not going to cost you. I'm going to cover your traveling to and fro your airports, respectively, your flight, your accommodation. It will be all covered in TableCon. So it's quite a coveted thing, yeah. It's all expenses paid. If you want to bring some spending money of your own, you can. But it's not mandatory. The idea is that it's going to be a real bacon sandwich holiday, cheap as chips, to get as many people coming in as possible. Oh, I'm not going back to the Games Workshop shop. I got publicly humiliated in there today. It was so upsetting that I actually sent off a message to GW saying, "This ain't okay." Yeah, I didn't even buy what I was after. I came in and asked a question about the mini of the month, the new orc, and the response was so horrid and so loud. People were looking at me. I just left. It was awful, truly awful. That's why I went to the other model shop and booked the slot for tomorrow, because I was like, that was so awful. I can't leave the center without. I can't leave on that negative. That was awful. Absolutely humiliated. It makes me just want to friggin' sit and paint in the cupboard, you know? But then I thought, well, hey, push against it, get yourself out there. But oh, it's so bad, guys. I wish you guys could be a fly on a wall, because you must have seen. It would have been a real joy to see my face as I turned around. Oh, the HQ in Nottingham. I'm not going there anytime soon, because I need UK flights, don't I? So, and frankly, I'd rather do TableCon. TableCon free, I guess, could be Nottingham. TableCon free, we could do Nottingham. I mean, why not? All right, TableCon free is Nottingham. Fine. I've run out of that green already. Okay, let's remix some. I know the ratios. I can do it. So we need some Auric Flesh, which is this one. Then we need some Abaddon Black. Yeah, I've never been Warhammer World. I think, to be honest, I'm more likely to visit Warlord Games HQ in Nottingham. So I guess I could probably do that one. We can just do them all. Right, that green looks different to the original green, but it's fine. It's all camouflagey. It's all camouflagey, guys. No, I've never been to any of them. But hey, there's still time. Oh, you know what? That green's pretty damn close. If anything, it's a little bit more pigmenty, which is nice. It's a little bit more vibrant. Now I'm going to start painting this on a bit more patchy so that it looks delicious when the ink goes on as well. And what I'll do is I think I might dry brush this a little bit with some metallics maybe, or edge highlight it with some metallics. I don't know yet. We shall see. Hey, Quad! Quad. I've had Factorio on today in the background, just doing some little stuff. I can't wait. Now I'm going to have to apologise, because somewhere around episode 101 to 102 to 104, I've forgotten the order. So they're going to be uploaded in what I think the order is. So those three might be a bit janky, but from then on, it's such a treat. I can't wait. I'm very much ready to build a spaceship, Quad. I'm very much ready to build a spaceship. Yeah, so Quad, the reason this stream's going on is that I haven't got to stream today. I've been looking after the kids, but tomorrow I've booked the nerd room again with Jeff. I've booked it tomorrow. I had to pay for the weekend slot, but yeah, so we're going to be there again tomorrow. I'm trying to not be hermit. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. You know, we're not gonna get table cons if I just sit at home being weird. I gotta get out there. Oh, Quad. I'm gonna count you in. Right, Quad's on the list. I'm putting him on. So this is a list of not only who's attending, but who I need to punish if they don't turn up. Okay? So Derpitz is on there. He hasn't confirmed that he was going to be there, but I've put him on. And so's Ven. But Ven, I've sweetened the deal with Ven, because I said I'd get my ass back on Instagram to talk to him. So I've done that. And I'm going to have a Monster Can of Energy on display, which I think is perfect. So Quad, you're on there now. 10 a.m. my time. I don't know what time that is for you. But even if you just turn on the stream and just don't chat, that's fine. That would be swell. That would. Right, do you know what? I'm liking where I'm going with these colours. I am gonna ink it, but then I think I can leave it from there. Oh, hang on, Quad. You are? You're same time zone as me. Really? Since when? Since always? You could all of you watching could take a leaf out of friggin' Quad's book. Fundies! Hey, Fundies! Fundies, I'm sorry that I've been streaming really early this week. Yeah, it was more a case of getting back into the groove. But here we are, evening stream. Fundy, it's been a bit of a busy week. Let me show you the new digs. So we're back in the cupboard. What I've done is I've removed the doors. The doors have come off. And then I've put in some old existing shelves. This is my light. I don't know if you like that. That's pretty clever, isn't it? Didn't have string, so I got some parcel tape and screwed it all up and then pulled the shelf out a little bit, poked it down. Now the lamp is perfectly positioned. It sits exactly where it needs to be. Pretty good, huh? And then I've wedged that light in there. And we've got another light wedged in under there. So we've got enough light in. And then, so we got more of the old shelves from the cupboard. I built this corner bracket with triangle shelves, Fundy. Isn't that fancy? And then over here we've got, this is my brace. Do you like my wooden bracket to hold the light in place? I made that. Pretty good. And then over here we got Noel. There's Noel hanging out with me all the time. And so here we are, yeah. Isn't it nice? Back in the cupboard. I need a little bit of cut. I need to get back in the cupboard. Cornucopia. I don't know what that is, Fundy. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, it is that. Why not? I don't know what that is, but, I mean, I've got no reason to not trust you, right? Well, Quad. It's... Yeah, well, you've got some treats coming your way then. If you, yeah, I've essentially, I think I've a little bit turned into the Borg. To be honest, I think I have a little bit turned into the Borg. You know, I'm going to pick up the pace. I'm table the 400. I'm going to just pick up the pace on this sucker. I do, Fundy. I do. I think you're the kind of guy that might betray me at a moment's notice, but that I am comfortable in the fact that I know that you definitely will. So in a way, it makes you strangely trustworthy. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Like, you're definitely going to betray us all at some point. Probably when you receive, like, TableCon tickets, TableCon money, and you'll be like, yes, Table, I'll definitely see you there. And then you just don't spend it on TableCon tickets. You just pocket it, and we'll be like, "Whoa, that's Fundy." You know, we can't even be mad. That's just how he rolls. He wanted to get himself another pair of friggin' silk crotchless lederhosen. You know how he loves those. He's a fruity one, that Fundy. That's quite an image. Silk crotchless lederhosen. Let's just take a moment to enjoy that mental image. You're welcome. Brought to you by Table. Traumatic imaginings. Brought to you by Tables. Yeah, frankly, me and you both, Fundy. When I said it, I was like, hang on, that actually sounds like a really good thing. Type in if you ever not typed in Oktoberfest, that kind of lederhosen, you know, that's the kind of lederhosen I imagine, but in silk and crotchless. Oh, I've gone over that other green there, but that's right. It's inner leg. You're not going to notice that. All right, that green. And also, with the gun on this guy, I think leaving the gun black is fine as well. I kind of like leaving the gun black. I know this larger gun, I've left this bit not black, so I will do this section green. It's quite a big gun. I didn't want to just abandon black it and forget about it, so I wanted to have a little bit of colour on it, so I'll just do that, and then a little bit on there as well. And what I might do is I might ink the black with a blue just to give it a little bit of something. Yeah, I'm thinking that's where I'll go with it. The thing is, these models really do lend themselves to just being inked. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about them, but I haven't actually done any edge highlighting, have I, since I've come back this week? I don't think I've edge highlighted a single... Oh, wait, no, I did. The Necron. Hey, Fundy, what do you think of my Necrons? Look, I figured out Necron colours. Check them out. Look, there's my Necron. What do you think? Does it look Necron-y enough? It's pretty good, right, Fundy? And also, on the bare minimum of expense. Pretty good, huh? Well, what have you missed? We painted some Necrons, so we did this guy as well. So we painted this guy as well. We got the glow sort of okay, as good as I've got it. We've been painting this, getting this ready, this buggy, which I kind of enjoy. But I didn't get the rest of it base coated, all the other bits assembled, so we've had to pause that for today. Just didn't have any background time, so. But I might work on it tomorrow if I get a moment. Yeah, well, these guys as well. You can make these guys out of sprues as well, easy enough. So I feel like I can now make automated inventory and Necrons for real cheap. So I'm pretty pleased, frankly. I'm pretty pleased that they're easy to reproduce. You know, so I don't need to spend the money on those. Right, that's done. Guns done. So, like, British World War II stuff, it was just quite dark greens. I feel like this, well, maybe it's a little bit too bright in places, but we'll be able to bring that down with some ink. A little bit of token on here. There we go. Yeah, that looks all right. Right, I've got some Corax White on the go as well. Yeah, Fundy, how are you, bud? How's it going? I have been insulting you every chance I've got to anyone, even people who are new to the stream, who've never met you. I've been quick to insult you at every opportunity. I've called you all manner of unspeakably horrible things. Why, thanks. Yeah, I just mixed them up myself. A little bit of a cheeky mixing batch. Once you get an ink on it, I'm going to put some Reichland on it, and I think it's going to come out a real treat. I kind of want to put a stamp or something on these legs. You know, this big white patch. Maybe we could get something on that. Thanks for stopping by, Fundies. You're a real inspiration. I wish I could care. I wish I could not give two hoots as much as you. Some things do get me. But you're an inspiration to us all. We should all inspire to be more like Fundy. But not in his painting schedule. That's not something we should aspire to be more like. He's not exactly what you'd call a prolific model painter. I want to get a little bit of detail on these little bits on the shield. You see these two tiny squares? I just want to get a little bit of white in there. See right there? I just want to get a little bit right there and a little bit right in there, like so. Just to bring that up. Yeah, what a treat. I didn't realize it was so high. 1.5. I bet you're proper proud of the half, right? I would be. Right, now let's do. So I'm gonna stick to my guns. On the blacks, I'm gonna put on Drakenhof Nightshade Shade on the blues, and see if I can't give it a little bit of a glitz, practically 2. You know what, Fundy? I'm feeling particularly generous. Why don't we just call it a solid 2? You know, what's half a model between friends? You know, you've painted so many as it is. What's that? What difference is that? You know, let's just call it 2. Oh, that was green. The bit I've just painted. Okay. Well, it's fine. We can. We don't need to backtrack that. I mean, you assume this is built in a factory. It's not going to be. They're not going to be exactly the same. You know what? Almost two does have a certain mystery to it, doesn't it? Almost two. I'm also not regretting putting a blue on this. Not regretting that at all. I think it looks quite nice. So as well in this, so the place I've rented, it's called the Fantasy Room, right? And it's only separated. It's soundproof on three sides, but on one side it's just a curtain, and on the other side of this curtain is the main, like the cheap seats for playing games. But apparently there's a Magic the Gathering thing going on, so it's going to be quite noisy apparently. So well, I don't know how that's going to work. Well, it's nice to have a schedule that you can keep to, Fundy. You know, it's good that you've got a plan all worked out. Right, that's that. Gun's done. Okay, so I want to get a little bit of Griffin Charger on those white legs, just around the rivets. So as well, oh yeah, can I kick this about with you as well? So with the Nerd Center, right, I was thinking maybe for next week only that I exclusively stream from out of there, and it would be like 12 o'clock my time till 2 o'clock. I was thinking maybe if I did that, because I might only be able to do it for next week only, but I was thinking of doing that. I was talking to Warden the other night and figured out if I paint at my current pace, I will have my backlog finished by the Horus Heresy. Well, I mean, good for you. You know, you could always just I can't say leave it in a will. We all know I'm going to die before you. That's unfortunate. I was going to say you could leave it all to me. You know, leave it all to me, and then secretly lace all the models with like arsenic or something and take me with you. It's like, oh, Fundy's so nice. Look at these models. Oh, I don't feel well. I think I just advocated for my own murder there. Not the best there, table. 28,000 years? Walk in the park, buddy. Easy. Get all those done in a weekend, you could. Yeah, I'm just gonna ink it. And if it bleeds into the blues, it bleeds into the blues. I might give it a couple of silver highlights, maybe. Or maybe a Leadbelcher dry brush, maybe. Just to imply chipping of paint. Wow. So you're actually technically minus models you've painted. Like you say you've almost 2, but you stripped 10. So aren't you at like -8? Isn't that like, haven't you gone into negative models painted? Or is the almost 2 including the 8 you stripped? That's an interesting question. I think we need to get to the bottom of this. Oh God, that's no small backstep. That. I think I'm being too tentative with this Reichland. I think I can slosh it on a little bit more. uneven is actually better, I feel, if this is like a mass-produced, stamped-together inventory. And what I might do is I might Agrax it in some of the more recessy recesses. That one, see, that plate's not even done. See, that's not even greened, that plate. So that can just be a manufacturing issue, like the people at the factory just forgot to paint that bit. You know what? I'm not gonna do all the limbs evenly. I'm gonna leave the other arm and do that Agrax. Yeah, I'm gonna switch out to Agrax now. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It's automated inventory from Warlord Games Conflict 47. They are Commonwealth soldiers from a. If you think like Red Alert, like alternative history of World War II, but well, it's 47, so it's just after World War II. But tech has advanced a lot more, if that makes sense. Oh, biscuits. Ah, Darkish Angels, you're the person who messaged me on the channel. Now you said biscuits. Now I remember you. Well, Fundy, you can't just leave us dangling like some 2-bit hobos. You're going to have to elaborate on this paint scheme. And also, Fundy, you do realise that Army Painter do those box sets now where they're just like, hey, you want to paint a Dark Angel? This is a box that contains all the paints you need to do it. I don't know if you know that. They're like 24 bucks or so. But yeah, they do that. So that's real spoon-fed colour schemes. I'm thinking of getting into it, frankly. Because they've got quite a few. They've got like 4 or 5 of them. Tyranid 1, Tau 1. Okay, right, so that's that leg. It does look a little different. I might just do a smidge for contrast up on the top. Yeah, but they have Dark Angel Space Wolves, White Scars, Tau, Tyranids. It's not just those. Okay, right, we've done that. I think a little dry brush of metallic, and we're there. I prefer these with ink. Let me grab one that I've actually painted. Now, I would say arguably that the inked one... Now, the one on the left, if that is... it's not in focus, is it? The smaller one is a lot more time invested in it. A lot more time spent on painting it. And frankly, what's wrong with the inked one? If anything, I think arguably the inked one looks better. And it's a fraction of the time. I'm going to give it a little bit of a dry brush, but I'm much happier with that. What's wrong with it? Yeah, it does need a bit of silver on it, actually. I am going to whack a bit of silver on it. I'm going to go lead belcher, because I just noticed the fan blades on the back, and yeah, I'll do a little bit of lead belcher, because lead belcher and Null still comes out really dark, so I'm just going to do that. Yeah, just bear with me. I'm just going to go lead belcher straight from the pot, and I'm just going to go do this vent here, right? And even doing it muckier is actually even better. So then I'll just do these vents, paying attention, and then I'm going to dry brush it with a big old brush. Yeah, and then wherever it mixes with the ink, it mixes with the ink, and wherever it doesn't, it doesn't, and that's going to be it. And then I might do a little bit of token Null in places. So let's put a bit of lead belcher on my palette. This is lead belcher without any inks or anything else in it. And I'm going to pick a big old brush. And I'm going to just soak up all that I've got and then wipe it on my shorts until it's dry, if that makes sense. So let's just see how much there is. Perfect. So then where it goes, it goes. That's it. Now, I don't normally dry brush. You know how I feel about dry brushing. If anything, I need a little bit more paint. Let's just grab a tiny bit more and just do it on a foot where I don't care too much about it. Result. That's it. Who defunct it? That was very quick. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That was really fast. And I like it way more. I mean, obviously, like with the bits with the helmet and stuff, they were a little bit... I'd already done some work on it, but I much prefer that to that. I think the gun is too silver. I think it's too silver. The gunmetal black. So that's what? A Bannon black, Drakenhof Nightshade shade, and then dry brush Leadbelcher. Really easy. Now, once those vents dry, I will slap a bit of null in them. But I think that's friggin' lovely. Ah, KS! Excellent to see you, KS, you lovely little unicorn you. Do you live stream on YouTube? Do you know, can you set a scheduled live stream on mobile? Is that a thing that you can do, KS? This is where... he's a unicorn, so he won't answer, he'll just disappear, but... you know what? I think I'm going to continue with the inventory. Let's see. This one's practically there. Oh, no, this is another painted one. Again, this one, awful lot of time and effort. If anything, looks slightly worse. Yet it's a much larger amount of time spent on it. Go figure. Do you know how, buddy? Do you know how? Or is that, yes, I will disappear before answering you? So free automated inventory. How many do I have in here? I don't think I got that many in the promo. It's not a full squad, I know that for sure. So we got one here, almost done. 2. Do you know how, KS? We got 3. You know what? Let's do the other big boy. Let's do the other big boy. We've got the paint. So, for those of you that want a bit of lore about Darkish, he loves penguins, and he's very keen for me to join his Discord, which I never do. KS knows a lot of things. He's pretty lovely. I mean, he might be terrible in person, you know, I don't know that for sure. He might be absolutely atrocious in person. I'm just totally guessing that. Oh, and biscuits. No, biscuits is like it happened in a previous stream. If you say biscuits, then you get my attention. Oh, that's pretty watery, isn't it? Can't say I'm enjoying that. Try and build it up a little bit. I tried to wangle a second-hand purchase of Angron, paint assembled and base coated in black with a little bit of red on. But they're trying to sell it for 80 and I put in a bid of 50 and they replied in a nanosecond that it was too low an offer. But I tried. I would have loved to have got an Angron for 50. KS, what DM? What DM? This is maybe too much light green in one place, I think. I'll do those and then I'll start spreading it out. So dark, dark, this bit can be light, different to the other one. They don't have to be the same. Oh, what on Discord, or if you could you put it in an email to tableandchums@gmail.com? Would that be at all possible? It's gone for a bit. It's gone for a bit. I got a bit, the hermit won a little bit, so I had to hermit away from places. My Instagram might come back on as a way to contact me tomorrow, depending on Ven's, if Ven makes it for my live stream from the shop. If he comes on, I said I'd get back on Instagram, so you'll be able to contact me there. But yeah, hermit mode got, and you know, win some you lose some, you know, sometimes you just got to hermit up. I don't know if you know this, Darkish, but you know, a little bit janky. Sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed, you know. Sometimes the hermit in me wins. That's why I'm going to the shop to live stream, public place and all that jazz. You know, you got to push against this kind of thing. Otherwise, before you know it, you know, I got a big old beard, big wild hair, and I'm throwing feces at seagulls. You know. No, no. I need to. I know I need to be a good table and get back to being social. Well, that's a good point, Schmiz. I will bring it back. I will bring it back. I promise. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but the fact that I'm here talking, if the live stream's on and I'm not like, you know, then I'm on the mend, or mended, if that makes sense. So don't worry, guys. I will put the Discord back on, and then I owe friggin' Master and Ant something really special because they put so much time and effort into that Discord, and I was just like, nah, delete, you know. So I know Warden accused me of pooping on my community, and I know it was a knee-jerk reaction, but I just had to hermit. I know. No one to blame but me. Yeah, let me have it. Go on. What's the worst you can say? Come on. It's deserved. I was too busy with my big shot celebrity friends now. You know, now that I've made it, I don't need the Discord. I don't need to associate with the likes of you. That's what really happened. I'm too busy on my yacht. Notice the awkward silence after that. Yeah, I know. It's because I'm actually on a yacht. Yeah, I got the numbers and the niche, Fundy. I got the numbers and a niche, and they were like, hey, hi, Mr. Big Shot, Mr. Tableman, sir. Here's a boat for you, Mr. Numbers. May we caress your niche? May we just take some photos of you on your niche, please? I don't think you need to, Penguin, no, because my admins are my mods, or what do you call them? The guys who help me, they're a force unto themselves. You know, they do what they want. I'm going to back up whatever they decide, but it doesn't take much to set my boys off. So, you know. Right, that's done. That's done. Top leg will be dark. That plate will stay not light green. Let's do this one again. Really easy to do. It makes me think that painting a tank would be pretty easy. You just use a bigger brush, right? Hey, actually, Schmitz is in here, so why bother? Why bother, Dark? I mean, it's not. You're trying to be cool, you know. You're trying to be super cool. Yeah, if it's got, yeah, do you know what? Yeah, if it's sophisticated, if it's got some nuance to it, I agree with Fundy. But if it's just like for the sake of it, swearing in itself is not fun, but a carefully placed swear word can, on occasion, be hilarious. Schmiz has also confirmed that all you need is a bigger brush to paint tanks. Thank you for that confirmation. You know, I'm going to put a little light green on those bits. There and there. I think there's a nuance to it, frankly. I think there's a nuance to it. Have you ever met one of those people who, you know, the amount of times I say in a sentence, they just switch it out for a swear word? Have you ever met anyone who talks like that? It's exhausting. We've all met them. We all know at least one. And Penguin Guy is one of them. That's him. Right, so if I dark all of those now, that's not a bad ratio. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up darker green now. Why is it not pigmenty? This one should be more pigmenty, if anything. You know what, I might do a little bit where the light green hasn't quite stuck on. I'm going to do that dark green. Not only to break it up, but to hide the rather tepid light green that's going on. Yeah. I can paint faster than this. I don't know why I'm going so slow. Yeah, I think that's the thing, Penguin. I think that's rule number one, and we're all guilty of it. It's like if you gotta ask. No worries, Fundy. Have fun with your friends playing Yu-Gi-Oh. For those of you that don't know, Fundy plays live action roleplay LARPing Yu-Gi-Oh. He's a big fan of it. It's time to live action LARPing. Fundy plays what is it? Blue ice, white dragon, or whatever it is. He dresses up like that, but he doesn't have a dragon costume. So what he does is he just wears a pair of swimming trunks and smears blue and white paint all over himself, and he's blue ice, white dragon, and he runs around when he's summoned, roaring like a dragon. That's all true, that is, yeah. There's all photos of him out there and about doing it, but yeah. Good for you, Fundy. You know, have fun. Have fun LARPing. Yeah, he's got like a lot of blue and white paint at home. He can get changed into this costume in less than 45 seconds. He's that fast at applying the paint nowadays. I don't know why he roars like a dragon whilst he does it, but hey, whatever floats your boat, you know. There goes Fundy. Oh yeah, yeah. You'd have 500 layers on Titus in a flash. You. See, unfortunately, Darkish is another 10. You know, comes on, wants to promote his Discord, then he's off. That's it. He's just another 10. Unlucky. Maybe next time, Dark. Maybe next time. Fundy, take care, buddy. I'll see you soon. Just remember all the nooks and crannies with the blue paint. All right. Last time, you know, there was far too much flesh showing. So best of luck to you. I mean, sorry, Darkish. I do apologise. Promote the YouTube channel all you want. My apologies, buddy. My apologies. I got that completely wrong. I can't apologise enough. I'm so sorry. I should have got my facts straight before trying to make a joke at your expense. Sure showed me. Yep, I'm very sorry, buddy. So what are we looking at? That side's all done. A little bit of white there. This arm and the gun, right? So the gun seems to be a lot of green. We might have to change that a little bit. So let's do this arm and then we can think about the gun. Is it just me, or when you see World War II tanks in museums, that the paint is pretty generous? Have you noticed that? I wonder why they applied it so thickly. Is it to prevent like chipping when it's hit? I don't know. Soak up a little bit of small arms fire in the paint? I don't know the answer to that. Or is it that the paint isn't even that thick, it's just how the metal's made, that it looks like it's got a lot of paint on? Ah. Schmitters or Derpits would know the answer to that, I reckon. So I was right then. I mean, hang on a second. I know I guessed many things, so technically, if any of those came in, I could say that I was right. But I did say it might have been the casting process. But again, if you say everything, if you take many stabs at it, you're gonna, you know, broke clock's right twice a day, isn't it? So like, if I just said one thing and I was right, it would have sounded a lot cooler. But I didn't. Right, I'm going to do a little bit of green because we're running out of this green now. So I'm going to go and do this section green and this vent because it will contrast nicely with the metal on the grate that's going to go on. So let's just slap a little bit of this on because we're running out. Oh, it's already painted on the other side. Okay. Oh, good. Right. Excellent. Let's just add a little bit of null to the other guy now that that silver bits on him are dry. That's not null, is it? No, it's Griffin Charger. I need null. So just a splodge in there. Splodge, 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 like so. And then on these two propellers, I'm going to be pretty generous with it as well. Splodge, splodge, splodge. Splodge. Maybe that's too generous. Let's bleed a tiny bit off. Just a little bit off. Perfect. They're nice figures, to be honest. A bit fiddly to assemble. I had a lot of trouble with wibbly wobblies on them. They were a little bit wibbly wobbly, but I got there in the end. But it could have been a skill issue as opposed to a model issue, you know? It's probably more a me problem. Darkish, I'm not the right person to ask about views. I'll tell you one thing, right? If you want to focus on views, when it's not going well, it really makes you miserable, right? If you want to focus on views, I personally think one view is pretty solid. I don't know if you want to take a quick look at my videos, you notice that some of them are quite low. But I'm not thinking in terms of one video. I'm thinking in terms of hundreds, if not thousands of videos. That's what I'm thinking of in terms. So yeah, 10 views doesn't sound like a lot. You got yourself 500 videos. Hey, it's maths, you know. You got more. Yeah, I don't truck with understanding the algorithm and you know, making stuff that does well for what the algorithm likes. I think it changes. I think you can click a couple of buttons and that algorithm is completely different. And then you've just what have you done? You've made content that you haven't really wanted to make, and then in a flash it's all going to get buried. So why not make something you do like, and you know what, if you get buried, you get buried, you know? I appreciate the 0 views. I like releasing 0 views videos. Do you know why? Because it says to anyone who looks at it, it's like, not even the person who made the video has checked on it. And I can get behind that. So any creator that has a video with 0 views, I'm like, yeah, you're confident enough to not even check it yourself. You're like, you know what, that video is good. I uploaded it. I don't need to check that it's okay. I like that a lot. I can get behind that confidence. Right, I'm going to need to do the other side of this gun, but this is going to be the most token of the token. Check this out. So you just get your brush, you just go like this. Token of the token, and it's done. What was that? 10 seconds? Easy. I mean, what's to worry about? Now, this glow effect, I think we can do a little bit better now that we know the combinations, right? So I'm going to grab a little white scar. And my white scar is pretty watery and awful as it is in the first place, so I edit my videos in 5 minutes on CapCut. I don't edit my videos. Yeah. Why edit them? I think editing them takes away from the fun of recording them, personally. I want to do as little behind the scenes stuff as possible. I just want to enjoy recording it and then upload it. 5 minutes? You're an amateur. Oh, sorry. Here. Right, so we've got our white scar. So that's straight out the bottle from the white scar. What I did was I used the handle to grab a chunk. And I'm going to show you the amount of water consistency. So it's actually way more than you think. Now, there's my paint water is a little bit greeny grey. So this white scar is going to come out a bit bad. But I'm going to keep using water. So again, more water. It's got a little green tint to it now, but that's okay. It's way waterier than you would ever think. So I would say that was done, but you're not. It's way more. So I'll put in 3 big more splodges, and we're going to go with that, right? So we've got our watery green white, and then all we need to do is put that in the recesses. But I'm so confident with this that I'm just going to blast the whole thing in the stuff. So we just grab up a load of it, and then we just go like that, just like that. Bubbles, if there's bubbles, so what? Let there be bubbles, and you just go all the way along. And then before it dries out, you just make, oh, we've got a little bit on the shoulder, but that's fine. We're going to ink over that anyway. So we're just going to go into every single recess, get a bit of white in there. I've already used up all of my water white, so let's just slap it in where we can. We've got to slap a bit in there. Bit in there like that. Yes, I know it looks terrible. I don't know how to do glow effect. Leave me alone. So we go like that, and then if anything, this is not watery enough, so I'm going to go dip the brush straight into water and apply it liberally. As you can see, it's got worse with just water. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and put that in my t-shirt and just dab that off a little bit. So I just dab it off a little bit, and there's your effect. That's it. That's all it needed. And as you can see, it looks great. Way, way better. It's like not even, it's like glowing milk. You're welcome, guys. Tabletop tip. That's how you do glow effect right there. Well, I'm going to do those rivets with a bit of Griffin Charger anyway, so if I do hit the recesses on that, it's not so bad. I'm not happy about my glow effect. I don't know why I can't do glow effect so bad. Warden showed me a picture of a plasma gun with a great glow effect that he's done on it. He's already nailed glow effect. He's got that covered. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. GMT +2. Just come along, pop in a comment, shattering my confidence. I'm in a public place, so just say something particularly devastating so that I completely lose my marbles and get arrested for just going bonkers in a public place. Let's just do that. Right, white on there, white on there. Ah, the helmet. We've got to do the helmet. I'm not even going to change brushes for the two tiny bits on the shield. I'm just going to use this one. We're going to go a little bit there and a little bit here. Ooh, like that. There we go. Didn't even need to. I'm going to do the eye lens as well with just a single dot like that. Oh, I messed it up. It was fine on the first attempt. Good enough. Nice. Very nice table. Good job. Right, let's Reikland some bits. Oh, that was meant to be blue, that black bit. Come on, table, try and get it right. Reikland on the greens. Oh, that was a white I just Reikland. It's alright. Muck. Mud doesn't discriminate on where it lands, you know. It's going to look a little bit earthy. I wonder if sub-assembling these guys might be the way to go. I don't know. Right, the rest can be Agrax. See ya, buddy. Catch you later. There goes Darkish. Jury's out on Darkish. I think it could go either way. Either way, jury's out. I'm undecided. Maybe yes, maybe no. Who knows? Only more time hanging out will tell. But he did say bye, to his credit. He did say bye. So that's, that's why. Yeah, no, he did say bye. He didn't have to say bye. He could have just vanished. So maybe there's hope for the boy. The boy, he's pretty older than me. Maybe there's hope for the guy. Okay, that's enough ink, I feel. On the greens, let's do the blues. So it's just this bit. And then a little bit up here and on there. I like just bringing it off black, just ever so slightly. Now I know this has got Reichland on, but I'm also going to blast over it with a blue. And then a little bit on here. A little bit here and here. There we go. Well, I'm actually being quite generous with the inks, actually. Right, that's good. Okay, so let that dry, and then we can dry brush it. I'm very happy with that. I don't know why I like it so much. I think for more military stuff, I think maybe sloshing it with ink is better. I think it gets a little bit more textury goodness. Oh, shite. A little bit more textury goodness. Stay. Thanks. Appreciate that. Hey, KS. I got a whole nother model done, practically, since you've been away. I'm quite enjoying this. I'm quite enjoying this look. Yeah, I quite like that. Just two different kinds of green, put some ink on it, dry brush it a bit. Why not? Right, do I want to paint another one? Not necessarily. We're kind of... I'd have to load up more greens. What should I do for the rest of the stream? Got a nice chunk of time. Maybe we could work on this guy. We could work on this guy, or we could... Now, I regret this bear, right? I regret this bear. I was going to do him in, like, Battle Beast style. But I kind of regret what I was doing with that. However, I really like the face. And the detail on the face is really fine. So I don't necessarily want to repaint him. But I want to bring him up to, like, something more like this. Without repainting him. So I might make him, like, old bear. But I might keep the reds. So I'm not going full on... like looking like Battle Beast. I've decided I'm not going to do full on looking like Battle Beast. Is this Bugman's okay? Bugman's is not dead, but not okay. Let's just get a bit of Bugman's. Right, what ink should I add to that? Reichland, right? Yeah, it's got to be Reichland. You know what? I'm going to use Skeleton Hur. I've got loads of the stuff and I don't use it. So I'll add that to the first flesh tone. There we go. That's what we do. Oh, bless you, KS. bless you, you little darling, KS. Play the song. KS. Oh, you sent me the Everyone Poop song. KS, how early did you get up on a Sunday? I'm not asking anything of you. I'm just curious. Sunday day of rest, lie in, I suspect, as it should be. I actually mixed up way more flesh tone than I needed just for one bear, so I might apply this to the others as well. Get them all started. Well, I mean, if you get any like Monster Energy drink partnership offers from me, be sure to accept them. Right? If you get sent any kind of branding deal from me, just go ahead and accept it, fill out the form, and then when it doesn't load, don't worry. When your mobile phone resets, factory resets remotely, don't worry about that. It's fine. It's all part of the process, okay? You're welcome. It's all part of the process. And also, if I happen to contact you and I've met a Ugandan prince and require some money, just send the cash over, okay? To unlock his gold reserves, okay? Just send over the cash for just £500. You can unlock his gas reserves. Oh, sorry, gold reserves. I gotta get my story straight, haven't I? If I'm gonna scam people, I mean, if I'm gonna help people. So I do want to clean up this guy as well. I need to get him together. Like I say, this is one of the models that was going to sit on a shelf forever if I didn't do something about him. So I've been wanting to pick him up for a while. If I get a ransom, I hope for your sake it's not real. Oh yeah, yeah. As far as me being ransomed, don't negotiate with terrorists. Just leave me be. They're gonna do me over anyway. So just save the money. You know. Don't give them everything. They're going to execute me regardless. If I'm in a situation where I'm a hostage, I'm not getting out of it. There's no way. They're not gonna. Don't spend the money on me. Save it. Buy yourself friggin'. Buy Ven some furniture. That's what you should do. He needs some furniture. Ven needs some furniture. We should get something for him. Just spend it on that. Right. Whilst we're here, I do believe we can dry brush this guy. Never pay the ransoms, although, because the trouble with ransoms, right? If you pay a ransom, then they'll be like, oh, that works. We should definitely do that again. But then if you don't pay the ransom, the person they've got gets quick. So it's a little bit of a dilemma, really, isn't it? There we go, that's what it needs. A little bit of Griffin Charger on those bolts I noticed I missed, so I'll just do that real quick. Yeah, it's not great, is it? I don't like the idea of hostage situations, frankly. I think it's a little bit skankers. Because you've got nothing to go on, and if they're willing to kidnap someone, then frankly, they're not the most credible of people, because they could just keep the money and just kill the person. If anything, it's probably better that they do, because then they don't have to expose themselves in a transaction of returning the person. As horrible as that sounds. But then, who would ever pay if it doesn't work? So, are they just not, they're just screwing themselves out of repeat business, so to speak, If they just, that would be a one and done kind of thing. But if they're like an enterprise, I'm really giving this a lot of thought. That film Ransom with Mel Gibson in, that's a good film. I like that film. Yeah, it's an enjoyable film, that film. If you've not seen it, Ransom, Mel Gibson. Give me back my son! Oh, it's good, it's good. Well, yeah, clearly. What's that stretch of water where you get all the Somali pirates as well? What's the stretch of water along that shoreline? Where is that? Maybe I need to get myself a boat. I'd just be on a rubber dinghy trying to attack an oil tanker. Just a rubber dinghy. And I'm just like lying on my stomach with my feet over the side kicking, being like the motor for it. Just kicking after an oil tanker. Hey! Get back here. Trying to ransom you. Right, so null on the vents of that one, and he's done. Oh, if you don't mind, if you could stay on there, please, thanks. Oh! No! No! We've got a Necron down. He's in the water. No! Ah, you poor soul. Just stay there. Ah, man. And for the second time this guy fell down. I'm going to put him on again and hope for the best. There we go. Should be alright. This looks a little bit iffy though. Ever so slightly. Let's grab out another bear. Now, I'm not sure about this pose. This pose, I don't know how I feel about this pose. Something about it, I'm not so sure on. And I can't put my finger on it, but when I was gluing it, I was like, why does that pose... What is it about that pose that doesn't... Something about it. I don't know what it is. Yeah. You clever bugger, KS, with your friggin' Necron relevant comments. What I didn't realise is that the vast majority of Necron's people didn't retain memories. They're just like zombies essentially, and it's just the Lords that retained some semblance of sentience. I didn't know that for some reason, and you'd think it would be obvious that I should have known that, but no, apparently not. Now the thing is, the eyes are so small on these models that you can't use any amount of thick paint, and you're extremely limited on how many attempts you get on the eyes. Can you see them? They're teeny tiny. When I first saw them, I was like, oh no, that's going to be a toughie. That's going to be an absolute toughie. Oh, this guy's got hairy abs. But those abs, look at the lines on those abs. Dear Lord. Done a fair few crunches there, Mr. Bear. like the kind of short I'd like to watch. Is it like? Is it a little bit tragic, like how they tried to fix the flesh change on the Thousand Sons, but just turned everyone into like dust? Oopsie. Yeah, it's ironically though, I actually repositioned this. He was actually, I think he was actually no, I haven't repositioned this, but yeah, the pose. There's something about the pose. He could be, yeah. Yeah, it's maybe it's because it's in betweeny. Maybe I'm just going to use the knife that always cuts me. It's not bad. It's just when you've got poses like and this one as well. The head on this guy, the head feels a little bit too out there. I'm not so sure about that head either. But then when you've got ones like this, look at this grin. It's so good. He's like, hey, I'm ready to get involved. That one's amazing. It was a family's perspective. Dad assures wife and children, puts them through stasis, wakes up knowing something wrong for a second, and then is made to forget their... Please, I need to watch this short. How can I find it, KS? How can I find this short? It sounds great. So you actually see the Necroteer in the flesh, so to speak. In the flesh, Necrons. Right, I'm going to treat that as full metallic hand, like it's a glove rather than it's a claw. So it's just his tootsies. Oh, that's what Schmidt has meant by missing out on the action. I was paying it off camera, but I had to get... He said it in an ambiguous way. I thought he meant mixing up this white scar, but he meant painting it off camera. I'm pretty sure. These feet, they'd be okay. The detail's really high on these guys, like really, really high detail. Arguably too high for the likes of me. I think I'm going to do the grin boy as well. I've got a little bit of flesh left over. I really like this guy's face. Hey. Coming to get ya. He's so key, so happy to be here. Gotta come punch ya. Thanks, KS. His face is too good. Hey guys, just turned up. Who are we eating today? It's too good a face. He's just like, just jogging along, ready to get involved. Have you seen the KS? Have you seen the short where There's a servitor, like one of those, what are they, those destructors, the tank tread ones, and there's a guardsman and his like sergeant, and the sergeant's like heavily wounded. He's like, the machine guard. There's people here, and it's like his flesh damage is terminal. I shall assist, and just guns down the sergeant. He's like, assistance has been rendered, and then the cheeky Mechanicus, they steal the guardsman and turn him into a servitor, and then wipe his file. Because, you know, I'm pretty sure the Mechanicus stealing guardsmen that's still capable of fighting would cause serious issue with the Ministratum. So I love that one. It's so good. Almost as good as the one where the Mechanicus priest finds the guardsman by a campfire and notices that his arm is compatible with her battle droid guy. I've always liked those robots, but I'm not paying friggin' $60 for two. Like, get out of here. Who do you think I am? You think I'm a complete idiot? No. What the hell? I got spending that money on that. I don't know. Oh, thanks, KS. I don't know if that's further, but there's some abbeys. Right, did I do the back? Yeah. Feet need doing. And I think that's enough of this paint used. It's very nice to be making progress. I know I haven't got a lot finished. Well, no, hang on. I'll shot my trap, actually. We got 2 models finished today. I just got a null oil, a couple of vents, and then we're done on that one. There we go. Smells like progress to me, guys. I feel like I'm going to end up with the model equivalent of what I've been doing with my paints. I'm just going to have a pile of minis and just pick out whatever I fancy doing at any one moment. I think it's very nice to be able to work to do that. I might not necessarily get a lot done, but we'll have ourselves a bit of fun in the process. Let's null those vents. That's just the one, isn't it? Oh no, this one. There we go. And I might put a little bit on there just for funsies. Okay, good. Why am I so bad at glow effects, man? I might need to go to a class. Oh, that's not a bad thing. So every Sunday at this nerd shop, they do, I don't know what to call it. I keep leaning on nerd shop, but they do like a painting class on Saturdays, Sundays. It starts at 12, so when my live stream ends, I can go to that. And I might ask about glow effects. That might not be a bad use of my time. See you later, Van. Catch you later, buddy. We shall see if I see you tomorrow. No pressure if you don't, bud. No pressure. No ill will if you don't, all right? Just no pressure whatsoever. You want to sleep in, you go ahead. You don't need to do jack for me on a Sunday, all right? You hereby are absolved of any not being there issues. All right, buddy? No pressure. Not at all. If I choke, I choke. It's fine. Honestly. Genuinely, sincerely. No worries, Van. 2 hours the stream will be. 2 hours. Oh, do you know what I haven't done? His nose. I did think it looked a little strange. I hadn't done his nose. Now I've got to be very careful not to hit these eyes because there's no way I'm going to get any more paint on there without ruining it. Like, you can't... I don't have another go around on the pupils on these eyes. There's no way. No way I have another go around, so I've just got to do the best I can around the face, which is pretty much that. I might do a little bit more there. And a little bit on the bottom jaw, just to bring those bits in a little bit. There we go. He's a strange looking guy, this one. I'm determined to leave the white fur though, so I don't have a moment to just jump in a call, KS. It's really hard for me to organise scheduled timings for chats. If I can combine chatting with you with something else, yeah, I'm very like, I feel like I'm always in a rush and I always have to I can't just do one thing. Like I want to play some gamies when I finish this stream, but I have to play gamies and record it. Like I can't just do one thing. Everything's got to be merged. That's why I'm back streaming, because I can't paint. I tried painting a couple of times over the summer and I can't paint not on a live stream. I've gone janked myself. So yeah, I'm stuck with you. And you're stuck with me more to the point. Like I'm not getting any painting done, but when I stream and paint, I get loads done. So yeah, I'm here now. This is me. I'll be doing this whenever I'm painting something now. I'm screwed, royally screwed. So what I've got to do is screw you guys over as well, make you completely dependent on me being on stream for you to get any painting done. Be like, oh, please, Table. Hope Table comes online, please. I really need to get this model finished, but I just can't without him. That's what we're going to do. And it's not bad if I'm telling you about it. That's my plan. That's what we're going to do. What I should do is I'm going to let this flesh ink dry, but I'm going to start inking everything as well. So I'm going to get this guy up to speed. I want to get him in a position that I like what I'm looking at. So let's do me vents. Yeah, I don't like the word grind. I think if we see getting things finished as grinding, then I think we're doing. I think maybe we've got to try and tweak it to get the fun in it. But I get it. You got how many guys you got to paint? How many guys is it? How many of what have you got? Because some are more fun than others. Don't tell me it's like 40 jackals or something. Brr. That'd be bad. It's a lot, but small mercy though. At least you got a bit of variety as well. Like you can go Goremonger, Jackal, Terminator. You can change it up a little bit. So at least you got that going for you. But I will say this, KS. I mean, not meaning this offensively in any way, shape, or form. I think your painting is exquisite, but you're not the speediest of boys. So, I mean, have you got do you reckon you got a plan of how long you want to spend on them? What are we in? August? I think that might be a bit optimistic for you, buddy. I think that might be a bit Yeah, I think that might be a bit of a stretch. Did you finish it though? Did the Defiler get done out of interest? Well, congratulations, buddy. The more I look at the Defiler, the more I think it's an absolute massive undertaking of a model. It's just so much to it. It's just an absolute big old boy. Arguably too much model, I would say. Especially if you want to magnetize variants on it. Was there... Yeah, I mean... I don't get on well with painting the extra parts. I mean, my friggin' Norn Emissary is testament to that fact. Just absolutely no progress being made. Although, good news, I did find all the extra limbs, which is nice. Yeah, although, in saying that, I'm not sure where they are now. I know I found them at one point, but I'm not overly sure where they currently are. But they were found. They're not missing forever. Like, I did locate them briefly, so they're in the house. I know that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. KS. They have. I'm aware of their existence. It's just a case of location. They do in fact exist. So there is that little gem. They are around. Uh, um, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't put paints on these shells. Maybe these shells should be for models. I'm going to lose the Necron. Oh, it would have been the same one again. There we go. Right, where are we at now? What should we pick up next? You know what? We should put a layer on old Titus, shouldn't we? Let's find ourselves a lovely blue. Let's get ourselves a Titus layer on. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's weighty. Titus ain't light, that's for sure. The good thing about putting this lighter blue on is that you know when you've got him covered. Yeah, with using different what am I talking about? Different blues equals better, guys. Ooh, look at you. Look at you, Titus, you little beauty. Mmm. The gift that keeps on giving, Titus. There you go, back on your half shelf of Titus. You can see his girth definitely juts over that little gap there. Right, that's not too shabby. What do? We got two mechanized infantry completed. We cracked out the bears. Almost did a Tyrannid. Couldn't do the buggy. Didn't get the stuff glued for tomorrow. That's fine. Might be able to do it in the morning. Not too shabby all in all. I'm pretty pleased with that progress. I just had them lying about, luckily. I'm pretty sure one of these is one of my killer cans. And I think the bigger ones might have come from something from one of my Seraphim Start Collecting box, I think. I think it came from there. I don't have a bigger base than that. So I have a pretty big oval base, but that's for the Genestealer Cult buggy. So I don't really want to not base this because I'm really pleased with it. I think that's going to clean up real nice when it's finished. Like I said, I just didn't get the base coating done. It was unfortunate, but you know these things happen. So what are we on? 4:14. So tomorrow is GMT +2, 10 a.m. So 8 a.m. for you guys. I know it's really, really early, but if you can turn it on and just leave it on, it's fine. But I think at the moment I'm going to go to bed thinking that it's going to absolutely crash and burn, and it will just be me in a very public place. Oh, well, that could be my niche. Maybe that's the niche. Just fluff things up in a very public place. But if you see the stream on KS, please, 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 just log into the stream. You can mute me as soon as you come in if you want, but just reassure me of that little number, you know, of another person being there. It's going to be... I don't have anything lined up as to what to paint, and I've got to carry it all with me and try and preempt what colours I take and everything. I don't know what I'm doing, but... well, you know, you got to get out there. What's the saying? You got to be in it to win it, I guess. But we'll see. It'll be just after 10 my time, so just after 8 your time. Right, thanks, man. KS, this is the most we've talked. I don't want to be dramatic and say ever, but this is the most we... And you've sent me not one but 2 emails and offered to do a little quick voice chat tutorial about glow effects as well. Clearly I've done something for you to like me more, so I appreciate that. Before you write anything in response, I'm going to say bye. And just, yeah, I'm happy you like me more, KS. I'll catch you later, buddy.